Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Old School English Teacher. Today we're going to be talking about cliches and how to avoid them. What is a cliche? Well, a cliche is an old, tired, worn-out expression. Here are some examples. Playing a game of cat and mouse, above and beyond the call of duty, reinventing the wheel. There are thousands of trite expressions in the English language. These expressions were once fresh and original, but after 10, 20, 30, or even 1,000 years of use, they have become stale and reflect lack of originality. Notice that beautiful salad? That's something you would love to eat or serve to company. If you had company coming over, would you serve them a salad that was 2 or 3 weeks old? Of course not. And in the same way, we don't want to use language or expressions that are old, stale, and trite. Now, where did all these cliches come from that we use in our English language? Well, we have lots of sources, and that's why we have so many. And I'm just going to quickly go over just a few of them. We get lots of them from the Bible. A few of them are blind leading the blind, eat, drink, and be merry, and to cast my pearls before swine. In mythology, we have beware of Greeks bearing gifts, caught between a rock and a hard place, and a dog is man's best friend. We get a lot from fables. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Look before you leap. Honesty is the best policy. Slow and steady wins the race. And we have folk sayings. He's as slow as molasses. It's better to bend than to break. And of course, Shakespeare has made lots of contributions to our cliches. All is well that ends well. To thine own self be true. I am in a pickle, neither rhyme nor reason. Pop culture has a very fluid repository of these little cliched sayings. They come and they go, and I'll share a couple with you. May the force be with you. Make my day. We aren't in Kansas anymore. This'll be a piece of cake. Think outside the box. And social media. Some of them I had to look up what they meant. She ghosted me. Bye-bye, Felicia. He gaslighted his girlfriend. Some of these are wonderful little nuggets of wisdom that have been passed down from generation to generation, and they're of great use in teaching values. But we don't want to put them in our writing because that reflects lack of effort and lack of originality. We probably use dozens of cliches in our daily conversations. And using cliches in our conversations is acceptable as long as we don't overdo it. Cliches are linguistic shorthand. We all know what window of opportunity means without having to explain the expression in great detail. Now you're saying, oh, great. How can I explain myself without cliches? I like cliches. They say exactly what I mean. If I can't use cliches, this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I thought those same things when I received my paperback, Freshman English, and my teacher had circled, she wants her cake and eat it too, cliche. And I thought, that's what I mean. But I had to figure out a way to say it in my language, with my words, my thoughts. And I eventually figured that out. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Deleting cliches from our writing is important to do when we are in our final editing stage. We don't want to delete the cliches when we're beginning our writing because we want the creative process to flow. And if we start editing at the beginning of the writing process, we shut down creativity, and we want to avoid that. So delete the cliches during the final editing of your writing. And here's an example. First, when you have that circled cliche that your teacher has circled or a friend in your writer's workshop, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, okay, what do I really mean? She spilled the beans. That was in my essay. Well, it really means she revealed a secret or valuable information. And then the next thing you're going to do is put it in your own words. Write the essence of the cliche as it will appear in your essay. For example, Cassandra, I'm being very specific, revealed state secrets that jeopardized her standing in the CIA. This is very specific, and it's really communicating to your reader exactly what you want to say. Spilling the beans, that could mean a variety of things. Okay, student practice. I know you love this part of the videos. So I want you to write a short story of 5 to 8 sentences. Please use simple, compound, and complex sentences. Remember your end punctuation. Now, here's the fun part. I want you to use a cliche in every single sentence. Now, when we're trying to think of a cliche, of course we can't recall one. So go online and type in, give me a list of cliches, and then use those as your resource when you're writing your little story. And I'm going to give you an example of my terrible writing. I called my cousin yesterday who has the Midas touch. I asked him for a loan, but he said, good health is above wealth. I explained that I wasn't in Kansas anymore. Think outside the box, he said. But I've come to the end of my rope, I yelled. I see that you are in a pickle, but you can get out of this by the skin of your teeth. Whatever, I said before hanging up. So this really isn't conveying much. We know that one person has money, another person is asking for a loan, and that in a roundabout way, he's getting rejected. So now let's revise this so it's more specific and it's really saying more. It's saying what we want to say. I called my older cousin who has a successful construction business. Notice how much more specific that is. I asked him for a $10,000 loan for school, and I explained how things are more expensive in 2019 than when he went to college. He told me to be creative and to use my head. I told him my tuition was due in 1 week. He offered me a job and he suggested I go to school part-time. I said I would think about it. So do you see how this gives the reader more information? You're engaging the reader. You're telling him a story. And when we tell stories, we engage our readers. Okay, I don't often give guarantees, but I'm going to give you a guarantee. If you remove the cliches from your writing will be more elegant. Your writing and speaking will be more original. And you will find your writerly voice, which will create self-confidence. With patience and practice, you can eliminate cliches from your writing. Okay, I have a reading and reference recommendation. This isn't a book you would sit down and just read. You'd keep it on your bookshelf for reference. And it's The St. Martin's Guide to Writing by Risby Axelrod and Charles Cooper. I used this book for about 25 years, and I love it because it's a comprehensive book. It has a little handbook in the back that teaches you, reminds you, reviews all of the grammar rules that we need to use in good writing. And it teaches you how to document your sources, and I love how it instructs you on the various writing strategies and how to implement them in your essays. If you have to write an argument essay, it gives you 4 examples and it gives you a step-by-step approach on how to accomplish that writing task. And so I would highly recommend that you purchase St. Martin's Guide to Writing, but don't buy it new. Buy a used edition. You can purchase them for anywhere from $1 to $5 and keep this on your bookshelf as an excellent reference. If you are homeschooling, this is good for 11th and 12th graders, and it's also good for first and second semester of college composition. So, with that, I wish you good luck in eliminating those pesky cliches out of your writing. And that with practice and patience, your writing will become better and better every day. Until the next video, goodbye.